You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
And you can't teach that.
It's hashtag Wrestlepals.
That never ceases to amuse me.
Yeah?
And it just looks like I'm dead laying there. No, I'm a wacky, wavy, inflatable guy, Miss Saxton.
Yeah?
Saxton calling Bailey. Hey, everybody's hashtag. Just start talking. Everybody's hashtag Wrestlepals. Wrestlepal Justin over yonder. He's great. Have you met him? He's great. You can get in touch with him. He's at the Hulkster on Twitter. That's for real, man.
Ah, yes.
He hates you.
He blocked me. I don't know if he hates me.
Now he's
definitely
funded.
blocked me, though.
He's funded, and he hates you. This is not good.
He's going to come after me? Is that what you're saying?
He's coming for you. No, wait, that was a Booker T. Pro. I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. I told you I don't want that anymore. I want, yeah, give me spooky fingers. Thank you. You can give whatever you want. I'll take it. Oh, God. And then he immediately pushes me to the ends of what I'm willing to do. The too sour. Oh, God.
Too sour me, bro.
Just washed my hands, and I got to do this sour nonsense. Spooky, right into spooky fingers. I hope a demon pops up between us. I'm not talking about Balor. I want an actual demon.
Kane?
Bro, no, not Kane. Not any other demons? Blue Demon Jr.? I would be fine with Blue Demon Jr. pops up. My Spanish is not as fluent as it once was, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve as we communicate.
Oh.
Sorry.
How you feeling over there?
Man, I'm feeling crazy.
Literally.
Like
It's been a hectic morning already.
It's been in the past like 24 hours. Smoke was coming from under the hood of the vehicle, and I finished applying for a job that would literally double my salary with a shit ton of like benefits and stuff. First of all, look, if the job comes through, noontime Wrestlepals, maybe looking for another spot somewhere on Radio Dot. Well, it'll never go away.
We own the station.
This is too fun. We can do what we want.
We can put ourselves wherever
It'll be at 12:30. Maybe. I don't know. But it would also mean, I hope Matt's not listening. Also means the next Raw or SmackDown's probably on me. I'll throw the probably, because I can never commit to anything. Likely on me.
Like Ugliography tonight. You couldn't commit. You couldn't even say no.
Dude, I've been frantic with this.
Oh, I get it.
With all
But
the
you couldn't
lies.
even just say no.
Resume. My resume.
You couldn't even just say no. I can't.
You knew the answer though.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. If I had like another week, I can jump in this, but
2 hours and 40 minutes, 50 seconds.
One thing I haven't had,
Gotcha.
Justin, is 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I ain't worried about it. It's
I'm
going to be
sorry.
Hats and Keith tonight.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
It'll be fun times.
10 p.m. live with literally the best show on the platform, and that's as somebody not affiliated with that show who's got two and maybe like a tenth of another show on the platform.
You're not allowed to Nate Project anymore.
What's that?
You're not allowed to Nate Project anymore.
I'm allowed, but better be not about me. I don't know who it is. Can I do the Justin Project?
I don't know what
I mean, I'll do the show. What's that?
I don't know what that means. Like what?
It's just Ohio. Ohio's the best.
I can't wait to do Ohio.
I'm excited.
Speaking of exciting, though, there's a lot of exciting things taking place. Like nothing's concrete yet.
Well, there's concrete. It's the floor. Sorry.
Things are taking place, as Ric Flair once said.
Mm-hmm.
And
surprising Flair impression there.
Things are taking place. Mm-hmm. You just have to put the lisp on the C for some reason.
It's very odd. He never gets called out for. Well, he was mostly bantering back and forth with Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is a little pronounced
If you will.
If you will. If you... We just want to hold him down.
You will.
Your children are so eloquent! What happened? Sorry.
There's a lot happening. And some big things are about to happen for RFR, one way or the other. And I'm feeling really good about the station.
Yeah, man.
You can help. You can help these positive vibes. You can help these positive feelings. Let's just say we're going to need some more money coming in. The whole pitch so far this year has been we want to get into a space. And me and Matt may be going to look at some space in the coming days.
Yeah, the growth is set to be exponential, man.
Yeah. Patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. Anything you can help with. $1 a month, $10 a month, just whatever you can help with would be greatly appreciated.
I'm not beyond taking cookies.
We can't pay rent and cookies.
We can have a bake sale. We can.
I
want to
do a bake sale.
You bake? You
Sure.
baking?
Well, I mean, I also thought like maybe a barbecue because
get-
like I make some chicken barbecue,
Don't make me get. He do make
chili,
a very
maybe?
good chicken barbecue.
some chili.
I have to break out the other lucha mask that I keep hidden. The old character Chef Boyardee. It's great. I was amusing myself amidst my hysteria and lack of sleep, just thinking of jobs that have not yet been old school WWF wrestlers.
Okay,
It
so
made me very
let's
happy.
do that first, since
What?
because it's fun. It'll be fun.
Yes, I want fun.
Already, you said Chef Boyardee, so
Chef
obviously
Boyardee.
he's a chef.
I'm cooking you up an ass whipping, Justin.
Oh, so you've thought of promos and
I'm not going to do
taglines.
them. I might have done them in the car on the way over.
What's his voice?
If
sound
you
like?
name any job, because it's gonna be, he's gonna.
Hey, Chef Boyardee.
He's gonna have the lucha mask. He's gonna have a chef hat on top of the lucha mask.
He's gonna do a lot of this.
A lot of like white robe,
Uh-huh.
but like no, not like
Hairy
robe
chest.
robe. No, he's not gonna be the Bella Notte guy. He's not gonna be that guy. But he is going to have a curly mustache on his mask. Chef Boyardee. That's you need a mask for that. This can't just be a dude.
Right.
It's,
You're right.
Yes.
Let's see if Chef Boyardee exists.
Oh man, can't be.
Well, there's Chef Boyardee.
And it goes straight. Just look, I'm thinking Chef Boyardee, but with a lucha mask on.
Yeah.
There has some potential here.
Yeah. Hey, look. What is this guy? This guy cosplaying the Chef Boyardee logo.
You can do that? I think I might be offended. I'm not sure.
Why would you be offended?
Maybe I'm just hungry.
Is Chef Boyardee one of the most offensive things?
What? To me personally?
Like just the food.
Nothing to do with the conceptualization of the character, implementation of marketing strategy. It's just like, why is your sauce orange, man? That's awful.
This food is offensive.
The
to
grease
me.
is to the top. I got to shake a can of sauce? Terrible, Chef Boyardee. Doom. I gotta take one of those logos and just redo that. Drop a lucha mask on there with a curly mustache. I'd be very excited for Chef Boyardee.
All right, so you got more loaded up?
I don't know,
did
man.
you
Throw out a profession.
Well, I was thinking of Papa John's.
Huh? Oh, God. Literal pizza delivery?
Yeah.
Well, look, if the match goes 30 minutes, you got other problems. 30 minutes or
it'll be
you
free.
lose.
Yeah.
Hey, again, it's still going to be, I'm going to deliver you. It's always going to be, I don't know why I slipped into adding an A onto the end of everything. It's still going to be, I'm gonna, God damn it, Nathan. Come on, speak English. You're an
What's
American kind of. I'm going to deliver you an ass whipping. It always comes back to an ass whipping. How do you work an ass whipping into their punchline? You got a random job? 757-525-3276. 757-525 darn. And God damn it, we will make a catchphrase.
You can sprinkle those throughout the day.
Yes, anytime you want to call in with a job, just do that. What do you do for a living? Please don't. Okay, no, maybe not, because it's just going to be Matt's going to call in. He's going to just...
Matt doesn't call this show.
He's just going to say whore, and it's going to be terrible.
Matt listens, but he doesn't call this show.
He
Matt's-
better.
he can't.
He better
He's
not.
working.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he is. He is.
Yes, he's working. He can't call. He
He's
doesn't
a-
have time for that.
He's a busy man. Busy. I don't know, man. Oh, and I thought of just a South Dakota, North Dakota oil worker. Mm-hmm. His name's just Derek. Yeah. Made me very happy. I like simplicity in my stupidity.
No.
Yeah, you can't argue that it made me happy because it made me happy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So NXT.
And what happened? What's going on? Oh, Jesus, yes.
I took some notes on it.
Is NXT the most exciting thing going on right now? Because I venture to say yes.
Most exciting? There's something that happened on SmackDown that made me very, very, very happy.
Have anything to do with our title card today?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
And I think it's the thing that nothing has made me happier. I don't think.
Not a thing. You're absolutely right.
But let's run down some NXT real quick. It happened on SmackDown, and we'll talk about that.
Oh, you got your notes up?
Yes, sir.
Dig it, man.
So this is basically a rundown. Like I said, I just took some notes as I was watching. Mm-hmm. So first was Danny Burch versus Killian Dane. And my note was, Burch seems to be a weird signing. He's been there a few years with not much to show for it, save his UK tourney appearance. I assume he'll be on the weekly UK show, which there was not much fanfare for the UK show other than, it's happening.
It's crazy. We were talking about how quick that turnaround's been.
And then just all of a sudden, a couple days later, they're filming the UK show.
Oh, it's a banana. Yeah, you had the old World of Sport coming back, and Sky 4 wanting to put it on the put it on the air. It's like, yeah, this is moving into production, kind of, and we're gonna do great things. Meanwhile, WWE's like, yeah, we did it today. Yeah. Like, content's ready. Oh, on our massive distribution platform. There it is. Oh, wait, there it is. How y'all doing? We got a ring, maybe.
And the thing is, like, even if they hadn't already recorded the weekly programming, they already did the tournament that they could point to as proof of concept, if nothing else. Here's this. This is what happened with it. This is how many people came. It's exciting that they were able to. Firstly, I'm glad that they're making something out of it. For a second, I thought it was going to become like a secondary title on NXT.
Like a touring thing almost.
Yeah, which there's nothing wrong with that. I just thought, especially with something like how 205 Live is,
right?
Like, I'd like to have that extra programming that is something different than what's happening on WWE, which I also think is partially why I'm starting to lose interest in 205 Live.
Is it becoming a little too like the other things?
Yeah.
It doesn't have, because that was the question I was going to get to with that UK show. How is it going to set itself apart? What's going to be different about it?
Well,
that's what's going to drag me in and keep me invested.
Well, the thing that they're doing, at least from my understanding, is exactly what I've been saying they should have done with 205 Live, and the reason why 205 Live isn't bigger than it should be.
Purple ropes?
Small venues.
Ah.
There isn't that many big venues in Britain anyway. So
someone didn't turn their phone off.
There aren't that many huge venues in Britain anyway. So they're going to be going to these smaller venues that they're going to pack out with fervent fans. And if you did that, the 205 Live guys are touring with both Raw and SmackDown because the cruiserweights are on Raw, which I feel like that's a mistake.
Yeah.
At this point. And then you have 205 Live.
They're taping with SmackDown,
right?
We saw that at the SmackDown we went to.
Right.
That's odd placement and just some crowd death right there.
And I mean, they put it in the place that Superstars used to be, like exactly where Superstars used to be. Only the difference is with 205, it's live.
Yeah.
With Superstars, it was recorded.
Did they do Superstars post SmackDown Live? And then
I don't know if the only other time I went to SmackDown is before SmackDown went on.
Okay.
So I think by the time SmackDown Live became a thing, 205 Live was right around the corner.
Oh yeah, it was different then, right? It wasn't going out for live consumption,
right?
So it's a totally different idea.
But I think that is what's killing 205 Live. I can't even remember the last time I watched 205 Live, and it's not a bad show. I mean, the matches are fun.
Very good.
But it's hard to watch because every time you watch it, the crowds are like dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same reason I've pretty much stopped watching main event. I like excitement, and when you're in that smaller crowd of it, it's the same thing that made the UK tournament great. What made the cruiserweight tournament great is they were in the NXT building. They were in these smaller crowds, and the crowds were like, they were psyched for it.
It's a big part of what made that the initial growth of NXT great, is that small, intimate crowd. And stuff that, look, the product is amazing, that like PWG puts out.
Right.
But what makes it amazingly special is, we're not going to a bigger venue. This is our venue. This is where we are. It's exclusive. You get in here, it's something special, and you're probably not going to be able to get in here because we have a fervent fan base that want to be there. Almost by limiting the amount that can go there, you might be killing yourself with ticket sales, but the hype, the buzz that you get from that, and especially if your goal is not to make your money on ticket sales, but to make your money on, I guess in PWG's case, DVD sales and whatnot, and just having that mystique that you can't get when you have a 4,000 seat arena and you've got 1,800 people in it. So yeah, man, I would love to see that. So I would hope that, because I'm sorry, the UK show can't be in Wembley every week,
Right. I mean, I saw the photos from it. There was like these lawn chairs, like it was a smaller venue, and somebody tweeted at Triple H, lawn chairs, can't we do better than this, Paul? I forgot what
oh God, did he do the?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you don't even need to mention it. I know exactly what shit behavior it is.
But Triple H,
Come on, Paul.
Yeah.
I expect more from you, Mr. Levesque.
And then
Spelled wrong.
Triple H's response was something like, it's more about the atmosphere, which I wholeheartedly agree.
The fact that he understands that concept, is willing to capitalize on it, makes me very happy. Because I mean, even attending the 205 live as it was recording, man, that it felt they did everything they could to hype it up.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we have a crazy dark match, SmackDown dark match after 205 Live. Hang out for it, please.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to blow a bunch of shit up over there and scare you.
Yes.
So we want you excited. So sit down and we will blow more stuff up.
Matt, we were there in person and didn't watch 205 Live.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's not necessarily true, but like his point is valid. Like it, I mean, by the time 205 Live rolled around, it's like yawns start coming in. I mean, it's just that time of night.
You're into third hour too.
Yeah.
The same thing. The same criticism that people give Raw for being the 3-hour monster, and praise SmackDown for being the 2-hour tight knit show. The 205 Live is that third hour, and man, it can be tiring.
Yeah.
Because I love the pre-show leading into the SmackDown Live, and even by the time the dark match came around, I was like, all right, man, come on. What the hell are you getting over there?
It's just, I don't know, my Twitter.
Oh, okay, it's Twitter.
It's weird.
I thought it was a Slack channel, some secret Slack channel I don't know about with animated. Never mind.
So this was
no one needs to know.
My next note, and this stinks because
It
like
all
the
came off of Danny Burch. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the next note, it stinks because like a conversation we had last night. But I love that the headbutt is starting to be a thing again.
Boy, yeah,
but you have to be careful with it,
dude. It has to. Now, because it was two very different things. Because we were talking last night about it, and I brought it because we were trying to expand our focus a little more beyond just, hey, this happened on Raw, hey, this happened on SmackDown. Pay-per-view's coming up, I guess, probably. Mm-hmm. And we want to delve more into NXT and the outside things. And though I don't get to watch New Japan regularly, man, I love reading up on it and seeing the development of people and just these amazing personalities that are so different yet so similar to what we get here. And I got sad because let's talk about Shibata. Shibata was primed and ready for a push to the top of the card to be this just tough as all get out dude, right? No nonsense, will headbutt you in the face because that's what he does. And he has a 5-star match, but he ends up getting injured, and everyone's like, oh, Is this a work or is this a shoot? We don't know because New Japan's a little more secretive than. And then it starts coming out and starts leaking out here and there. It's like, this looks like it's really bad. Is it a cervical injury? Does he have a spine injury? And then it's like, oh no, you remember that fairly incidental headbutt he threw? Some brain bleeding and oof. And he's gonna play the tough guy, like I'm coming back.
Yeah.
No, I'm coming back. But then you hear rumors like, oh, he's never gonna walk again. Oh, he's up and about. Then the last ones were like, yeah, he's almost blind in his right eye and he can't hear out of his right ear. It's like, oh my God. Now at this point, I don't want the news. I want him I want 6 months of silence. Let me know how he's doing at the other end of it. But damn, something as incidental as just a simple, like I said, it wasn't even like part of a sequence. It wasn't even part of the big build with it. It was incidental. Like, yep, time for one of these. Bam, and just the quick deterioration after match, man.
You got to be careful with those because it's coming up in a lot of the British wrestlers that are coming over.
I feel bad. I do fake headbutts to the kid all the time.
Yeah,
the old one. I'm gonna grab your head and I'm gonna give you.
I'm gonna clearly put my hand right here.
I like the old with the I grab because it's smaller. I grab the head and I go right into the thumbs.
Yeah,
right there. And he'll sell it a little bit, and I get worried. Like, maybe I shouldn't do this because he's gonna go to school and just headbutt the shit out of everybody. Teachers, security, the other kids, the bus. It's going to be awful. Can't have that.
Headbutt the bus.
Headbutt the bus. Where would you headbutt a bus?
In the head.
Did we ever have a bus driver work for the old school WWF?
No.
This is your stop.
No yelling on the bus!
Hey, easy. I think he's yelling. He should calm down.
I just get the feeling he'd be slimy, kind of like Chris Farley's character on Billy Madison.
Just no nose? That'd be great. Unexplained. Bite marks on his face.
That Lana. She is one fine piece of ace.
Oh. This is so stupid. I miss Chris Farley.
Does Sanity go up as a unit when it's time?
Depends. I mean, it's great for. I love Eric Young in control of a group, but man, that Nikki Cross is making a little name for herself.
Yeah, she is,
and
she's crazy,
doing well because the crazy. I'm not gonna say the G word. What was it? The idea of a crazy person is a fairly ubiquitous idea. You know. You get the everywhere you go, you're gonna have they're insane. Look at them, they're straight bananas. I've started saying straight bananas is crazy now because it's like straight like real, and then bananas like crazy, like real crazy, and then I realized the idea of a straight banana is straight bananas as well.
Yeah, because they're curved, Nathan.
That you're proving my point. I believe maybe I don't know. I had a point, I'm sure, but the idea of the crazy person. Mm-hmm. Even the crazy girl is always the girl in all black, and she's the crazy one. Oh, watch out. And then sometimes you see somebody pick up the nuances of the good crazy.
Yeah.
And it's going to come back to that. I think you and I saw it like the same time.
More of that later.
Okay.
'Cause we're given the rundown anyway.
As far as calling up, depends on how big Nikki Cross makes herself felt. And if that overshadows the group or if that
because so far she seems like the biggest thing, even though Killian Dane has been on the main roster. Mm-hmm. So,
where do you get those He-Man pants? I gotta give me some He-Man pants.
Go to the He-Man store.
He-Man store? I'm not allowed in the He-Man store.
Well,
they check your ID.
Your package.
Do they? Mm-hmm. You're not gonna fill it out, kid. Hey. I loved He-Man figures when I was a little kid because I was like right in that age range. And then
you wanted to see if they were
then I got
anatomically correct?
I just didn't like the way the legs moved. Their legs were like it's weird. But you could, break them apart and reassemble them. And then I got older and I was like, this is a little weird for a kid to be playing with.
Speaking of crazy get-ups, new vignettes!
Oh?
For the Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Have you seen this Patrick Clark?
I have not seen
Okay,
this.
so like
the Velveteen Dream.
He's been up. Like this isn't a debut. He just kind of went away for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
The fact that they're giving him vignettes makes me happy that we're going to see a little bit of something from him. But his character is very Prince.
Oh?
Like the artist formerly known as.
That makes me worried. Because the first thing I think back to is when when Orlando Jordan went down to over to TNA.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like, WWE does a very good job about, oh, hey, gay? Cool, whatever. Yeah, sweet. We're not going to put it out there like that. We're not going to try to capitalize on your personal life. No big deal. Orlando Jordan gets down to TNA. They're like, wrap him in caution tape and put a young man and a young woman next to him. Because we're changing his name to, hey, look, it's a bisexual man, kind of. And we're wrapping him in caution tape because caution. So, yes, when you tell me a Prince gimmick, I immediately get scared. Sorry.
Look at this guy, though. Yes. He's got the look. Mm-hmm. He has the charisma. He wrestled Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, obviously, so far as this character, he's been on mostly losing ends because he was just debuting. So, we're actually going to get to see what he can do on the other side of these vignettes, which is exciting.
Oh boy.
Well,
I know. I'm fine with this.
I love characters.
Yes.
I love characters, and this is going to be a character, and I'm really curious to see. I'm curious to see if he's got the game to back up the character, or if it's just he looks the part. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with Patrick Clark.
Sometimes looking the part's enough to get you started.
Yeah,
and if you're losing end in developmental, that's when you get your chance to play with your character a little
exactly.
bit.
Like I'd like to see him grow into it and figure out his moveset, figure out what kind of fighter he is. Mm-hmm. I'm very curious to see where it's going. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Heavy Machinery was up next. And if you're not familiar with Heavy Machinery...
Describe them for me.
They were the tag team in the tag team tournament. It was like the short, fat guy.
I love it already.
And the taller, fattish type guy.
Yes! I like this.
He's not... I wouldn't call him fat. He's... Here, let me see if we got a picture of him.
Oh, I've seen it's just a meat
I forget
dude.
their names.
One's heavy,
and the other's machine.
And the other one's heavy as well. It's great. Love that. Oh,
so I mean,
beautiful.
They didn't have the tag team gimmick. They were just whatever their names.
Here are these two dudes that look kind of similar.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they got crushed in the first round.
They're just setting up. Hey. Yeah, you a couple of fats over there. I was like, oh man, come on, we're professionals here. Not today. You're not. You're gonna lose.
I like Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, I do too. That's beyond the idea of beyond gimmick idea and just putting people together. It's the reason why I love the Bollywood Boys.
Yeah,
similar, and siblings, mind you, and we could pair them together and make a team out of them. The mirror team.
They have the potential to be like the Natural Disasters, only with more chemistry, or more charisma rather. They do have really great chemistry though. Like when you watch them in the ring, they already have like decent tag moves. They do weird things, but they're really connecting to the crowd. So next is that part: can they connect?
God, as long as they're not one of them isn't standing on the apron eating. Just don't do that. That's all I ask.
They are saying that they're hungry.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
they're gonna steal the 2 for $20 gimmick. That would make me happy.
Oh,
we're going for the 2 for $20. Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting. What are you getting? Also,
they made they actually got on the mic. They challenged the Authors of Pain.
Really?
Not bad on the mic.
No, that would seem like some place they'd want to keep them away from for a little bit.
You'd think, because what's the end game?
Well, I mean, are they strength or just size? If you had to put their style out there, Authors of Pain are all about just unfocused, ragey strength.
Yeah.
Now these guys, are they going to be something different, or are you going strength against strength?
I think as it stands right now, it looks like it's strength against strength.
I would love to perpetuate that fallacy that if you're a chunky dude, you're very strong. I'd like to perpetuate that fallacy because I'm very strong, Justin. I don't know if we've met.
Strong at words? You're very strong in words.
It's the nicest way somebody's ever called me a shit talker. I appreciate that. You just gave me a verbal spooky finger. A verbal spooky finger.
Well, now I gave you a real
It's
one.
more like this one.
Aw.
Sorry.
I don't think it was anything like that.
Whatever, man. Whatever. So, yeah, fat guys are strong. Tell everyone you know.
The taller dude, a little bit like Cass on the mic.
Oh.
He's got that same like demeanor to him.
Well, yeah, it's a beautiful tool that it's great. Take that one out of context.
Phrasing?
The cast does that the kind of slow talk, very deliberate with the word choices, and gonna take your time with the delivery. Gives you a lot more time to be nimble. Let you think about what you're gonna say, and accentuate it a little more. You know, you're crafting well instead of throwing out 1,000 words a minute, trying to make a point. It's a lot more simpler, a lot more deliberate, and translates and catches on a lot faster. I love that. Take your time.
I like that you use the word simple because I feel like
Oh, they're dumb too. Oh, fat guys are not dumb. They're strong and they can be smart.
well, I more so meant that it's a very simple, like a simple presentation.
Yeah.
Like you had something like the Vaudevillains, which was, I don't think necessarily complicated, but deeper.
Yeah, there were levels to this.
It worked on NXT because it's that smaller crowd. You can make that connection easier. And technically speaking, it worked when they first showed up on the main roster. But it was destined to fail at that level.
Yeah,
because it was overly complicated.
And the same way when like Sin Cara first came in there, it's like I ain't gonna turn off those lights forever, are they?
Yeah,
No, now he's getting his ass whipped.
by everybody.
Perennial ass whipping.
So I think they have room to grow, obviously.
Yeah, because they're hungry.
They have potential at the next level, which is great. We need more tag teams.
Which is a 5X. But you get back to the simplicity of that. I'll always prefer a more simple presentation. I just saw a mouse.
Oh, did you? Where was he?
Just ran across the floor over there, scared the shit out of me. Either that or I'm hallucinating. Maybe we'll save that. Maybe I'll save that for off the channel. Anything crawls over my foot, I'm gonna kick everything over. By the way,
We do have a mouse here, which again, if you want to help us, patreon.com/Radio Free Radio, so we can get out of Matt's garage with a mouse in it.
Decon is on its knees to sponsor the Insect Zoo. Sorry. It's all I've thought ever since somebody said, I think I saw a mouse. But the simplicity of the gimmick is great because it can translate one-on-one. It could translate to a small crowd. It could translate to a non-involved crowd. It could translate to, and if you get a very hype crowd, it can translate there too. The reason why the Vaudevillains worked in NXT is because they were a very hype crowd, willing to buy into it, and appreciative of something crazy like that. But when you get up to SmackDown, you get a crowd that's not as interested in it, not as willing to do the research, not as willing to suspend their disbelief and go along with you. So something simpler like, I'm big, I'm dumb, I'm from New Jersey.
There you go.
That should be a promo.
Well, and I mean, the Vaudevillains could have worked if they kept it up the way they came in. You know what I mean? Like all the sideshow stuff wasn't important. Okay, man. I don't think he's going to come over here. I think he's over there chewing on cardboard or something.
Or
so
important wires.
that'll be fun too.
We'll
Here's
find
hoping.
We'll get him some dummy wires. I'll dip them in peanut butter, throw them over there.
If you want to help us get out of the garage,
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Patreon.com/Radio Free Radio.
Focus, Nathan. Focus, WrestlePal Nathan.
Let's see.
I'm the exterminator. I'm
did-
here to exterminate you.
Exterminate!
No. No.
I'd like some music that matches their personalities a little better.
Oh?
Like,
Oh, God. Is it like First Joe music?
they do like the...
No?
I don't think it's quite like that, but I'm pretty sure it does have like the hammer hitting the anvil, and then like just
Oh, God. Is he okay?
just
How does Natty feel about this? Is TJ okay?
No, he's hurt. That's
Poor
Matt.
bastard.
Matt just said. Let me see. Matt just reported that yes, TJ is indeed he's injured
Yes.
from listening to this show.
Okay.
So
Poor fella.
yeah. Okay, man.
Huh?
You stop worrying about the damn mouse.
I'm nervous.
Kona Reeves versus Hideo Itami. This is 2 weeks in a row Kona Reeves has been on television.
Mm-hmm.
I like this guy, and I still can't necessarily explain why. Because he's always on the losing end at this point. It's the same reason I like Patrick Clark. Like, there's something there.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's got a decent look. I think he needs to kind of change a little bit about what's... You fell for it. Unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
Every time you're going to fall for it, too. God. There's something about this Kona Reeves. I'd like to see some. Again, this is like that Patrick Clark. I'd like to see something more from him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see him. Like they keep putting him in these the higher,
The highest end, right?
which is cool because that means they trust him. But at the same time, I'd like to see him feud. I'd like to see him get into a program to see what he can do.
It's always weird to see how and why, because you talk about NXT as far as developmental. It's not just for the individuals there to get their style, get their character, and get their various abilities honed. You got the entire production crew down there too. So when you talk about vignettes, that's somebody who's probably going in there going, "All right, I'm going to put together my first vignettes here for actual consumption. I hope they're good. I'm going to put everything I've got into them instead of just like I got about a 4-hour turnaround. I got to get this shit together." This is so. I hope that plays in the quality of them because you're getting your next level of production out of here as well too.
Yeah.
So I love seeing that. And we mentioned the Roderick Strong little bio. I don't know if you'd call them vignettes, but little backstory into who he is. As a character, benefits amazingly like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no offense, just who's that white dude? He's good, I guess.
He's a good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy his matches, but there's no connection outside of that. And just being a good wrestler isn't going to connect.
Yeah, I mean it can eventually, but man, come on, there are easier, better ways to do this, and far more effective ways in this day and age.
D-Bry was one of the best wrestlers, period.
Mm-hmm.
And it took 2 fingers and 1 word
Yeah,
for him for people to connect to him.
Mm-hmm.
He was having matches all over the place, which is great. But I can't say nobody cared. Lots of people. No, not those. Nathan.
hell yeah, it's 2 words. Come on, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I feel like Conan. God, man, Conan Reeves needs that next evolution of character. Like Rock.
If you had to describe him now, what would you say he is or does? What's his job, Justin?
Hawaiian guy.
Oh, Hawaiian guy.
But like bad Hawaiian guy.
Bad
Like
Hawaiian guy?
Like an evil Hawaiian guy.
Evil Hawaiian guy?
I don't want to say. I guess he's just a bad guy.
How about a nice Hawaiian copyright infringement? Not bad. Oh, we get to. Does that mean we get to recycle my favorite entrance music ever?
Maybe.
SOS, Trouble in Paradise,
Maybe.
with the garbage half Jamaican accent. The song says there's a biad miet. Oh God, he's surfing.
Yes.
He's surfing.
He's changed his hair.
Is it longer now? Please.
It's more like a fro type.
All right, I'm fine with
I
this.
See, this is what he came out as initially,
Oh.
and it's more towards this.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find. Oh, of course, they had to put him in a picture with The Rock.
I was about to say, any relation? That seems to be a good thing. That's not him. That's a very...
What is happening here? Okay, so they don't have any more.
There are
photos
4
of him.
pictures of him. You've seen all of them.
Here we go.
He's growing it. Oh, oof.
Like I said, there's an evolution that needs to
They're
happen.
developing that hair. It's gonna be great.
Developing the hair, clearly. And again, I can't like I don't know, something like this I like.
I do.
Like it's stupid.
I love
but it.
stupid. The what he's pointing at is the dude is riding No Hey Jose like he's on a surfboard. He's surfing.
It's a very bad guy thing to do.
Yes, because it's taunting and it's
Swear to
stupid.
God, I did not click on that.
That's actually a picture of Hawaii.
This is the photo I'm clicking on. Why does it keep showing me this one? Watch this. See this?
That
That is not the photo.
That is not that photo.
What is happening and why?
That is not that photo.
Why is this doing this to me?
It's just this directory thing's screwy. It's not your fault.
Everybody hates me. Always. Especially computers.
Hey,
and the
we can call it their fault. It's their fault.
Will you stop?
I was just hurting my neck. I had to move a little bit. It's fine.
Okay, so no more photos of him. But anyway, I like this cat and I see some potential in him. So
You're right. We should get a cat. But TJ doesn't have this problem.
Hideo Itami's theme still pumps me up.
Very good.
Yeah, so like it's still a big deal when he enters the arena. So that's good. I was worried about that because he's been gone for the better part of 2 years.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
Because there was crazy hype going into it because it's like, hey, you know everything you love about CM Punk? Everything you love about Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where they got it from.
Yeah.
He's great. You should be excited. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Bummer.
He got attacked in a parking lot, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's been a long time, and he's at a point now where years are at a premium, man. Mm-hmm. He's had to sit and watch the entire entrance and step up of Nakamura.
He came in like before Balor, like he was like that first major signing.
But they like playing him with like Owens a little bit, and then all of a sudden, Owens attacks him outside.
Well, they never showed who actually attacked him, did they? He was just laid out, and then they never explained.
Well, they never had to,
because
he's dead.
Samoa Joe like showed up roughly the same time. I feel like because they showed him walking outside of the arena, and I don't know. Again, they never explained who attacked him. I don't know if that's something they plan on ever getting to, or.
Dillinger's up on the main roster. Poor Hideo is at a point where he's still having to prove himself.
This scar on his shoulder is intense.
Yeah,
it is intense.
WWE.com did a featurette little thing on the site about that. Superstar scars. And it's like I loved it just to see hearing the backstory of them, and it's just simple things like, oh, here's a calf injury that I keep hidden. Because I wear the high boots now just to keep that covered up. It's like, oh my God, no, that's your war wounds, man. Be proud of that. And it's like, where's Hideo's at? Is that
It's either.
Does he have that weird just oblique cut thing?
Well, it looks kind of like a not necessarily a straight line, but it's like just right down here. Here's a good one. Eric Heel says, also with WWE's massive roster, I'd love to see guys on the main roster that creative doesn't have anything for them, send them back to NXT.
Even for a visit, man.
Well, here's the thing, and Drew McIntyre, I rephrased you a little bit there, and I apologize, Eric, but I'm 100% with you. The Drew McIntyre just came back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And one of the things he said recently is he doesn't want it to, people keep referring to it as a call up to the main roster.
Uh-huh.
But he thinks that it's all just equal. It's just moves. Mm-hmm. I tend to agree with him.
Yeah.
So why would it be a problem for somebody to go from SmackDown to NXT? It's not really not a demotion.
I wonder if they look at it as a like you said, as a demotion, because man, there's nothing better than when like Cesaro came down.
Yeah, well, and it feuded with Sami Zayn.
It was great
Amazing.
for him. It was great for both of them.
Yeah.
The hey, I'm coming down here to see what's going on because I hear a lot of things. That kind of idea. Well, that still makes it. That's not an equal footing. That's definitely. I'm coming down here to search some prospects of who I'm going to be fighting here in a year or two.
I mean, specifically with Raw, there's so many guys that they're just not using. Kurt Hawkins. Well, I mean, right now, I think technically since they pulled him over, they're using him, but they're not gonna in a few months. Darren Young, like
he's still out injured.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
is that what happened to him?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Man, that stinks for him. I mean, he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But I like him a lot.
And it felt like they got that. I loved the weird little pairing with Backlund.
Yeah.
I'm sure Backlund loved it too.
He was on television every week.
He's very happy
for a short period of time.
Very dense, very strong dude. If you talk about one person I would not want to fight, Backlund.
Well, have you ever been put in the crossface chicken wing?
Probably.
Oh, dude, it hurts.
I don't want this to happen.
It hurts.
No, I mean, if anyone on the roster slapped me, I'd cry. That would be my submission move. I try to make you feel bad.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Do you give up? I guess.
I will tap to a headlock. Ow! 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 Ow!
This isn't a submission hold.
Oh! I would keep screaming until they leave me alone.
Jared asks, will we be naming the mouse like TNA is naming the owl?
TNA's naming the owl?
I guess.
Leave it to the internet. It'll end up Ally McOwlface, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's the best thing they could possibly do.
I will
I will name the owl Bodie McBoatface, because that should be his name.
I'll eventually get back to TNA. I don't know, man.
We're letting the refresh time hit. We're letting the dust settle a little bit.
Because right now, like before, like the last time I was watching it, I don't like bringing negative vibes to the show.
If you don't dig it, you don't dig it.
And it's why, like, I stopped watching Raw relatively recently. I don't want to bring negative vibes. I don't want to come in here and be like, well, this is wrong. I mean, I have reasons, and I'll explain those reasons happily. But at the same time, I'd rather focus on what I'm digging. Like, I don't know if that's just fanboying, but whatever.
Well, this is us having a conversation, helping to drag people in. And if you're digging on something over there, bring it to our attention. Force us to talk about it.
Yeah.
If we don't dig it, convince us. We're easily convinced. We're easily swayed.
Yeah.
Listen to any other show we're on. And like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. That's how it's gonna go down. Call in, tell me you love this.
And again, to that point, 757-525-3276, if you want to chat about anything in the world of wrestling, give us a ring. They asked Twitter and then seemingly dropped it after everyone gave joke answers. That's what Jarrett says about TNA and the Owl.
How do you not know that's going to happen?
Right?
God. Like, yeah, at this point, they should not be trying to outreach. Because that just shows how kind of small they are at the moment. Just do your thing, man, independent of everything going on around you.
Just go.
And have a product that you can then show.
Be happy about.
Like, I can't see their show right now.
Yeah.
Is it even available? I mean, because you used to track down on
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah. Dixie was the top name. Dixie the Owl. I'm in.
Oh God.
But they should have gone with that.
That's awful.
I've got here a list of guys to work with Rude because obviously he needs a number one contender. There needs to be somebody who's coming up to challenge him. Tommy, Strong, McIntyre, and oddly enough, and we'll get to this. I think that we'll go there right now.
No, jump where you want, man.
Tommy and Strong are actually going to have a match next week or this week on NXT. To be the number one contender at Chicago. And look at that, 2 out of the 3. Before that happened, those were the 3 guys I had pinned.
You see they've already put out the promotional stuff for that.
Oh, did they?
I think you kind of know where the answer's going in this. It's like, that sucks that stuff like that leaks. It's like, I try to avoid spoilers a little bit, but this one caught me off guard. So it's like, oh man, I already kind of know who's going to advance on that. And that makes me sad.
Well,
just like with the whole the Ember Moon thing, all of a sudden that's how I stumbled upon it. I was looking at promotional things. Somebody said, I think this might be a real thing to pull Ember out of the match, because the promotional material, it's just Asuka, Nikki Cross, and Ruby Riott,
right?
And then it's like right below, and the title match between Bobby Roode and okay, thank you, Takeover Chicago.
Eric Heel says, I wish Billy Corgan would hurry up and address the wrestling world about his plans for NWA wrestling. Don't we all?
We got into Tim Storm running wild, meandering wild. Again, he's 51 years old. He would still make me cry if he slapped me. And he probably would, deservedly so. Man, what can he do with the NWA?
I don't know.
We've seen we've seen kind of the firsthand affiliation stuff, and it's like cool. And you bring in some people, and it's cool. The last great time was when it was probably the whole Adam Pearce and Cole Cabana time, right?
Right. And they treated it as territories essentially, and they would go to different promotions. And ones that were affiliated with the NWA, like NWA Fusion. Like we have Fusion Wrestling here locally, and they used to be NWA Fusion because they were indeed affiliated with the NWA.
Right.
But they dropped that affiliation because NWA has a stank on it recently.
How do we rehab that image?
Does it become a program? Does he go back to territories, like the idea of territories again? Does I don't know,
because he doesn't have a whole lot with it. I mean, he's got the titles and the lineage that goes along with them, but there doesn't seem to be much of a structure anymore as far as a territory system. So could he just be taking that name and just taking it back to Chicago and building it? Because I mean, he can do literally anything with it at the moment. There's no restrictions on it, and he's wanted to jump into this. I don't know how much Smashing Pumpkin money there is, but apparently there's quite a bit of it. That Dixie needed to siphon off a few and then kick him
out.
That stinks, man. Yeah. That's the kind of thing. It's like that's a fan that wants to invest and be a huge part, and man, just burned as hard as he could possibly be burned. That's awful.
That's what bummed me out. That's why I can't go back to Impact Wrestling. Not necessarily just because it was Billy Corgan, but because that was promised to me that they were going to make some changes, like something was going to be different about Impact. And between that and the Hardys, I was like, cool. I could see Impact being different,
something different.
And nah. Now, whether or not they have, I've literally paid zero attention. Like I know Del Rio came in at whatever point, or El Patron rather.
He's like no showed another show.
Oh, really?
He's what the hell, man? Like, show up. Sorry.
Eric Hill, be awesome if Corgan can get AMC back on board for a wrestling program like they were interested with his Chicago promotion a couple years ago. Resistance Pro, I believe, is what he's talking about. Which Resistance Pro is still running, I guess.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Is he totally cut ties with it, or
maybe he just set him up, got him running, and then cut ties? I don't know.
Yeah, if that game, because like I said, they're up and running.
Yeah.
If he was a big part of that, he could be the one that rehabs the NWA name.
I think
I'd like it to be like a one territory with the ability to grow and open out.
Now, would he take it to Chicago and be directly against the promotion he helped build? Chicago's a big town.
If you were going to start a promotion with a recognizable name, where would you start it in this day and age? Taiwan. You're right. You're right.
Well, two places come to mind, like right off the bat, with a third being really close.
Oh, so I'm good because I got no answers here.
Orlando's the first place I think of because of what WWE's been able to do there. But Orlando may be tapped because Impact is there too, and with NXT pretty much running the territory,
and you'll get like Evolve and stuff down there. The ones that are like peripherally related with the WWE too. Yeah. It's a very dense market.
Now you take Chicago would be another big place. Right off the top, I can think of again Resistance Pro. I don't know how big they are anymore. I don't see much from them, but occasionally something pops up from them.
You've also got those feels of the like those Midwest things, like the what was it, AIW and yeah. So it's a different feel as well. Look at the wall.
Oh, there he is.
There's Mouse.
Yep.
I'm not crazy. He was in your commentator jacket.
Cool.
I'm going to take a picture. And he's gone.
He's gone.
Where the hell did he go?
I don't
Justin,
know.
Where'd he go?
I assume behind the Pink Floyd thing.
Oh, good.
I don't know what you want from me.
Get that mouse, Justin. Come on.
There is indeed a mouse in the studio.
Oh, he was adorable.
Quit freaking out, man.
I'm just telling you. If something shits in my coffin, we'll be very upset.
Yeah, that would suck.
Unless it was like caramel flavored. If you get caramel poop, shut up, Nathan. Sorry.
Maybe kill the mouse? I don't want to kill the mouse.
Nah,
what did he do?
Look, I'm just saying, as far as I'm watching him now. He's up in the top behind the yellow. He's gonna peek out and he's gonna run back and forth. See him?
Yep, I see him.
Look, we've got the soundproofing up there. It's a goddamn maze for him. He's happy as all get out. Speaking of, Get out!
Can we just get him out? That'd be great. Instead of killing him. I don't want to kill him.
Yeah, I know.
And no, I don't think I could kill him even if I wanted to kill
It's
him.
one of the worst things I ever saw. Is like I was working with a high school band, right? Mm-hmm. And older school, and I had mice here and there, and one of them was like out in the hallway, and it was like the choral director. You figure someone that's like a choral director, mild mannered, right? Mm-hmm. And usually a middle aged elderly woman. Nah, this is like a big burly dude, right? The choral director. He stomped the shit out of the mouse, and it was like, you monster. And it's like this guy that I thought was a mild mannered dude. All of a sudden, I'm seeing him like enjoy this, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Psychopath,
dude, totally. This like it's just the total disassociation with life in general. It's like apparently teaching chorus, so it'll get to you after a while. It makes you want to murder rodents. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Here's what we're gonna do. Like we're gonna take like a half a second break, like literally half a second,
And get that mouse.
Well,
Sorry, man.
it's hour 2, and I like to play the production for hour 2.
Oh yeah.
So
wow.
we're gonna play the production and be right back on the other side of it.
Rehab NWA. It's gonna be fun.
And we've got to finish out what happened on NXT because I think there's a conversation there too with the main event. What happened? All right, so we will be right back. It's #Wrestlepals.
For a minute. I bleed all the time. I don't care.
Wait is over.
You think this is over? Oh, we're just getting started, baby.
Because I stay high.
It's time for #WrestlePals Hour 2.
Drink it in, man.
What are you doing? Look at you.
What up?
You know what? I'm gonna find that GIF.
We missed Jericho. He was here at the Lunatic Luau,
Yeah.
and we didn't go see him.
Well, we were doing our own event, man.
And somebody had to go home after the event.
I was so tired.
Oh,
I had so much work to
so
do.
tired. I fell down, guys.
I had to craft a bunch of lies. Resume. I had to get my resume together. And man, I don't know who this guy is, but he sounds really qualified for a lot of things. He's good. I'd like to be more like him. But I was so tired. Didn't you guys have fun after that?
Yeah, it was. We went to dinner
Damn it,
and
that makes me sad.
we just had a ridiculous conversation for like 2.5 hours until we got kicked out of No Frills, I think is where we went. They kicked us out essentially. They're like, we came in and the place was packed. And we're talking, and then we start looking around, and we're the only table left, basically. So it's like, oh, maybe we should go.
No. How dare you?
So that was fun. It was a great time, and also, since you talked about it, thanks to everybody who came out to Angst. It was a great time. Looking forward to doing it again. We will have that hopefully in the next couple months. I think June, July is what we're looking at for another one. So that will be fun times.
Yeah, man. It was just going to be like our proof of concept show for it. And yeah, it works very well. And
Nathan is so freaking out about the damn mouse.
I had pet mice when I was a kid.
I see you looking.
I love them. I just want to grab his little tail and go, hey, hi.
Talk to him and pet him.
And then get ticks.
Then get ticks.
I'm also sleep deprived, and I see things out of like corner of my eye when I'm sleep deprived. Some people say they're shadow people. I'm pretty sure they're mice. Justin saw. That's why I needed Justin to see it too. I'm not looking at you anymore. I'm just looking beyond you at the giant mouse maze on the wall. Okay, I'm done with that. Oh, hey, there's your hour 2 production. Look at that.
Hey, look. Ralphus.
Miss Ralphus.
Oh, I'm almost there.
Really?
Yeah. I am almost to that point because he just re-lost the Cruiserweight Championship. He lost it to Ray?
I just put that back up there. That makes me happy.
As Jericho, or was it Hoovy?
As Jericho calls out an individual in the crowd and tells Ralphus to get him. And where do you get shirts that short? It has to be a cutoff, right?
No, I think it's just a couple sizes too small. Ralphus.
I love Ralph. Ralph just gave me hope. It's like, oh, there's hope for me in the entertainment industry. Very good. Oh, God.
Ralphus, you the best. Jericho personal security.
Heard he had an unfortunate skiing accident.
Yeah.
Everybody has a skiing accident now. It's great.
All right, so we'll come back to the NWA and how can Billy Corgan save it, or at least rehab it, I guess.
Okay, we're using the last NXT event as kind of our bullet point to jump off of. So.
Yeah.
Dig it back on track here, sir.
The main event was the Women's Battle Royal.
Oh.
And I don't have all the names that were in it because there was a lot of faces that were just not familiar. But somebody that they made a point to, she had an entrance, she had a name card. They made a point of, this is a person you should pay attention to, Lacey Evans. She's a pinup, essentially, is her character. She's a pinup.
Can't dig them crazy legs, right?
Did she have crazy legs?
No, I don't mean that as like a bad thing, but I think I
Like
saw her
long
before,
legs?
where they had her in the like specifically in like stockings almost, just make
Oh, yeah,
just
I get
long
what you're
legs and making the legs
Aw.
look even longer.
They should probably do some better research because when I put in Lacey Evans, literally that's all I put, and I get some images that
I get a feeling they don't care as much anymore.
maybe not.
Maybe. Oh yeah, they've got her in the weird old school bathing suit looking thing.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It's like that kind of optical illusion to make the legs look even longer than they are.
Again, in a battle royal situation, like you can't really tell if this person's any good or not.
Yeah.
But it's a character. I'm looking forward to seeing if there's anything there. So hopefully she's around for a bit. The iconic duo.
Fantastic.
God, I love Peyton Royce. Oh my God, I love Peyton Royce.
Really? Is that your thing now? Oh wait, is it a bad thing?
No.
Are you being bad about this? Because you and I have a thing where we're almost like weirdly brotherly protective of female talent.
It's a little bit of that.
Is this the first one that's making you think bad thoughts?
No.
Okay, just say it. No, it's
Not even close.
Yeah, it's not the first. One of many, fellas.
Yeah.
One of many.
I just
Oh, I like her happy. Makes me happy.
yeah, I remember that. And it just when she was that, it wasn't working. This character's so much better. Just something about her in the green, she's a great wrestler. And so I don't want to take away from that. But yeah, she hot too, yo.
Nice.
She hot. And yeah. Sorry, but yeah. But I mean, it's great that she can back it up.
Do you think she's gonna outgrow Billy Kay?
Personally, I think she already has.
Okay.
But I like them as a duo because it's a fun play, and it generally, especially on NXT, works.
And it's something different in the women's division too.
Yeah.
Like we are a force.
Yep. Nikki Cross is a damn lunatic.
Okay, you ready to get to that?
Well, just a couple more.
Okay,
notes before we
that's
get there.
more. That's towards the end.
Kimberly she was in the match.
I love her.
She didn't get an intro, so obviously she's not in the immediate future of the division. Ember Moon clearly still up at the top of the division, and Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
She was in the match.
Oh.
And then it was a whole bunch of unknown faces.
And then oddly enough, Joey Ryan in the women's battle royal.
Yeah. I don't know if that's oddly enough. Just because
where
he's
he
hairy.
belongs.
It's exactly
It's where he belongs.
Jarrett says there are two women that just got and are signed that we need to watch out for on NXT. Evie and Kairi Hojo.
Oh my God! Yes, the Japanese pirate chick.
Oh.
She's the one with that ridiculous elbow drop, I think. Right? Oh God! Hold on. Yeah, I gotta.
I don't know if either of them have shown up yet. So I guess if they just got signed, then they probably have not shown up yet.
Oh yes. Oh God. Yeah. She just left out of Stardom, and you've got to see this elbow drop that she does. It's the best thing in the world. I mean, you've seen
the space button, and the first two things that came up were elbow and elbow drop.
That's right. Best elbow drop ever. Really, 7-second video. Oh, okay. Goddamn Ric Flair. Dropping it on his jacket. All right, pull up the tribute video. Okay. Slow pan. Oh, not so slow pan up. Adorable, happy Japanese lady saluting. Hey, do. All right, come on.
Well,
The whole gimmick is look at this elbow. It's going up, yay. I'm going to give you a look.
all right.
Sweet drop kicks. Look at that. A little blockbuster action. Submission stuff. High energy rope running and ridiculous garbage. That's fantastic right there. A little something unique. Oh, that's a spear. Look at the little fabulous forearm there off the top rope. Oh, basement. Whatever that is. Again, I would cry. And come on, let's get to the elbow. Chops,
Yeah,
of course.
If that's her signature, they can't not have that. Ooh, I like that.
Submission goodness.
I like that.
It's like a backwards crab. Willing to do the wacky dives. I love that basement forearm. Ouch. It's a double stomp, hanging double stomp in the corner. There it is. She does this thing, man.
Whoa.
I couldn't I just get right to that? It hangs so well. Wow. She does like almost like a kick with her legs. It looks like it adds so much force to it.
Yeah.
So because we've gotten used to seeing the
Savage.
Yeah, where it's almost
the Dean like out, like you're flexing almost.
and to an extent, it's like Bailey does it as well, and it's that whole almost like a flying statue.
Yeah.
Like once it's launched, it stays there, but she puts that extra little like into it that give me a gif of that. I can use that. Yeah, it says legs. Okay, I can save this and throw it up on the screen.
A little extra.
That leg kick in the air is just ridiculous, and it looks like it adds so much more to it. Now, granted, that's all in her legs, and it's just going to affect what she's going to have to do as far as taking the bump when she lands.
Yeah.
And it's, if anything, it's drawing away from the impact on the individual. It's safer for them. It's more dangerous for her, but she's also like 40 pounds. She can do this stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That elbow drop is amazing. So yes, not only do we have to watch them, I'm excited to watch them.
Well, hopefully they show up soon. I mean, the division is in really good hands. Like watching this match again, it's a battle royal, so it's hard to say like who's able to do what. But you just see all these names in there. You know all these. There's plenty of familiar faces that have already been established, and it's like so once these ultra established ones are out of the way, these ones that they're already establishing, like the Ruby Riots, like the Nikki Crosses, are going to step in, and it's like there won't be a hiccup this time. It's
a smoother transition between the two,
right? Because I feel like every time the women's division gets to that point, like initially it was Paige and Emma,
right,
and then it was the rest of the division. Paige and Emma go up, and then like the division has to rebuild, and then they rebuild on the back of the 4 horsewomen, and they come to the top. They pull all of them out, and then it's Asuka and the rest of the division. And I mean, now people are catching up to Asuka. I still think Asuka's at least a head and shoulders above everybody else, but at least now as a heel, she's coming down to the pack. Like she's looking beatable,
which is great. And yeah, it's because we were also having this, like a point I kind of tried to bring up last night when we were talking. We haven't gotten the releases.
No,
like we're so used to like, it's post-Mania
Black
season.
Friday.
Who we losing? And it just hasn't been. God, like I want to pull like that down, but just there we go. I'm gonna put it's not the best formatted thing in the world, but look at that elbow.
Oh.
That kick, and she like folds in half, almost like she's bloop. Oh, it's so good. And then the legs come down, and just the sound of that has to be great too, because she's hitting with so much force. It's so nice.
He's so nice. You put that with the right.
And say me that other name. I gotta check that one out too.
Evie.
I'm just gonna get Pokemon back. He's making fun of us. He's not taking this seriously, Justin.
Evie. Evie. So Asuka ends up hitting the ring, and
yes.
we'll get back to Evie here in a second. But Asuka ends up hitting the ring and clearing out, because the last 3 are Ember, Ruby Riott, and Nikki Cross.
Right.
And my note here is literally, holy shit, Asuka just tossed Ember clear out of the ring, and it looked ugly.
It looked rough as all hell, didn't it?
Yeah, and like just the way she landed on
Contacts flying everywhere.
Ooh, that's a good one, Eric. I promise we will get right to that. Yeah, he's got a good one.
All right.
So she's just laid out. She gets thrown out of the ring, and she just gets laid out. Asuka ends up taking out Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott as well. And so the match is. This is like it's a small thing, and whatever. I guess it's ends to a means. They wanted to get to the 4-way.
Right.
Since when in a battle royal has there been disqualifications for outside interference?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a small thing, but like it was one of the first things I thought.
Did it run right to disqualification, or did they kind of go no contest on it? Did Regal come out and just be like, "What what is this?"
I don't think
he's a man.
I don't think he came out, but
it's now a 4-way.
I don't remember the actual announcement, but like as soon as Asuka hit the ring, like as soon as she pushed Ember off, they rang the bell. So like that implies disqualification to me.
Oh, you save that if you just get a Regal coming out at the same time, like, what the hell are you doing? You're getting punished for this, then I'm okay with it. But yeah, if it's like, I'm a timekeeper and I've made a decision. Oh, boy. But still, not bad, because it got covered up by one of the most amazing things. And we get to talk about it now?
Yes.
We get to talk about it now. Okay,
So,
as far as Nikki Cross potentially outgrowing sanity,
yeah,
she may have just done it.
Fucking psycho Nikki Cross was my note.
Oh, it's so good.
So she's clawing her way out of the ring, like after getting laid out.
She just got laid out by the champion.
Yeah, so she's crawling her way out. And as she's like getting out of the ring, she notices Ember Moon like injured on the floor, getting tended to, and starts laughing,
pointing and laughing while still selling that she's hurt because she just got laid out. But nothing is better than the fact that there's so much wanton. Oh, God, don't try words you can't say. So much destruction around that it's amusing to her, and in that moment, that's good psycho.
Yeah.
That's good psycho.
God, that was amazing. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? I just loved it. Like it's a small touch.
Oh,
but it's an important touch.
It's a genius touch, because the psychos we usually get are, I'm gonna no sell everything because I'm so crazy, or once I'm beat, I'm more fragile than I like to think I am, and I just run into things willy nilly.
Or I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to laugh at me hurting you.
Yeah. This was so much better.
Yes.
There's so much better context to it. It made me very happy.
Yes.
It made me very, very happy.
And I guess more leaks, that's the next notes, and I think that does it for...
Then I posted stuff. I'm sorry.
But initially, it was supposed to be a Fatal 4-Way at NXT Chicago, and they've officially announced that Ember Moon will not be in it. So it's Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross versus Asuka, and women's NXT Women's Championship.
Man, I want to make sure I have the proper search for it, because if you ever want to get an idea of the Ruby Riott character and her background, where she's come from, and kind of who she is. Oh, good. I hope that pops up. First video that pops up. Damn it, no. I'm gonna have to just link it then. I was going back through Chikara events, right? There it is. Heidi Lovelace promo, Chikara, White Rabbit. It's a little 3-minute thing. And you just, Heidi Lovelace promo will probably get you to it too, but regardless, it is for the Chikara event, White Rabbit. And they gave her like 3 minutes to kind of just say goodbye to the because this is right as she's leaving, going to NXT, and she talks about being the, hey, I'm the weird kid. I look weird because I'm weird. This isn't an act. I don't know how to function good. And then she found Chikara, and it's a place where it's like, you weird? That's awesome. Let's be weird. Because that's going to be great. And just developing that. And it feels like Chikara was a place to just, her for her to really develop that confidence in being who she is, and it immediately translates to NXT, and to see her just burst in and just be as much her as she can be, and it's perfect. It's weird, and that's why it connects.
Yeah.
You think you can't connect because you've had a tough time relating. You're the oddball in a sea of oddballs. Nah, it just makes it so special. And I watched that, and it's like, goddamn wrestling promos making me tear up. It was early in the morning. I'm very sensitive early in the morning. Thank you very much.
Well, and also, like,
she great.
one of my favorite things on NXT right now is the rivalry between Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross. Just something about their hatred of each other.
Yeah.
Like, the way they get after each other just pumps me the fuck up.
It's two very divergent schools of thought
Yeah.
ramming up against each other. It's like they shouldn't, like, left to their own devices, they wouldn't like necessarily go after each other, but they were forced into a situation where when they butt heads, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I love it, and I hope to see more development of who Ruby Riott is.
Yeah.
Just being that odd little punk girl who's just not gonna take garbage, man.
She's not going to take it anymore.
And you know,
To quote D. Snyder.
if you put these two characters in separate from the individuals that are embodying the characters in NXT right now, you take those two characters in any like independent promotion, you just give them to somebody that's kind of half-assed with the idea, they become the same person. That's the same character. These two are doing it so differently that it's able to have that conflict, and it's amplified by putting them against each other, and each of them is growing amazingly as a result of it. It's really fun to watch. I'm more excited for women's wrestling. This is so sad. But yeah, and it all comes down to that Nikki Cross just laughing while being hurt.
Yeah.
Not at her being hurt, but laughing for a good reason. Not because she's crazy, but because she's so happy that others are hurt more. Oh, so good. And you know what? You're getting a secondary feud out of that with the Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross thing, that you don't need it all to be title all the time. So now there's a three-way, man. You're going into that. Those two might cancel each other out and continue the evil Asuka odds. There are no odds against me.
Yeah.
And then Ember Moon's out for a little bit.
Yep.
She can come back and unload the big gun.
It's a story that, you know, it looks completely predictable.
I'm fine.
But again, like, predictability isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No.
It's how you tell that predictable story.
You got a framework that people are comfortable with, that know very well. If you tell the story well, it's really good.
So far, so good. Like, so far, I'm in with what they're doing.
Yeah.
And like you said, now you have a secondary feud in the women's division.
It doesn't always need to be about the title,
Yep.
but it's always looming overhead.
So going back to what we were talking about before the break,
Yeah.
and I can't believe I didn't think of this city. Eric says Atlanta, Georgia.
Because Ted Turner's going to wander in. He's all old. Is he alive? Is Ted Turner still alive? Ted Turner's still alive. Ted Turner
Atlanta, Georgia is a curious place to me.
loves wrestling.
As far as I know, wrestling's still pretty big in Atlanta.
It doesn't, but it doesn't have the big time promotion down there right now.
No.
I'm sure there's probably a promotion called Big Time Promotion. It's like, what? No, we're out of like DC.
But I mean,
What flavor does NWA need? This is where I was going to before we went to the break. If it's down in Orlando, if it's down in Florida, it's going to have that flavor to it, which has become kind of the WWE light
The television.
style, which is fine.
Yeah.
If they go Chicago or whatever, it's going to be that more Midwest style. It's been framed by AIW and to a lesser extent like the CZWs and the old ECW, that more smash mouth hardcore, hopefully not overly hardcore
Yeah.
style, but still having it available to them. And now Atlanta, you know what, that may be the like new, because Florida would have been like the home of like kind of Southern wrestling beforehand. Southern up through Mid-Atlantic,
Right.
And that's our area, because that's what we usually would think of. I mean, we I guess we can consider you grown up here, having grown up here. You formative years of
More than-
wrestling fandom were in this area.
Right.
And we're in the coastal Virginia area, also known as the Hampton Roads area.
Yeah.
The Seven Cities, the Tidewater. We don't know what the hell we're called anymore. That's
still
why
call it
nobody knows where we're at or anything about our area.
I still call it Hampton Roads.
I do too, because it's fine.
I don't need any other dumb names.
Great. If we could just get a Colossus out there, it'd be great. The Colossus at Hampton Roads. It would make me... Okay. Look, nobody tells you this, and you have to discover it on your own. Justin's the funniest person on this goddamn platform. And that is an example of why. Also, I used you as a reference, by the way, so I got to suck up a little bit.
All right, so I just, when they call, that means I just say terrible things about you, right?
Sure, whatever,
Like how
man.
awful you are. And
He did what? Bullshit!
who?
I'm curious. Who? Come on, man. Star-Lord. God damn it.
That's how I'm answering the phone.
Injured. Is that injury real?
I don't know, man.
Good answer. But Atlanta, I guess, could very well be the new home of like that Southern style wrestling. We grew up in Virginia, we're like right between the emerging WWF, the old WWF, and as it's evolved and grown into what we have today, and that Florida, Georgia wrestling.
Florida Georgia Line is a band,
Okay, cool.
sort of.
I don't know exactly what countries touch the country of Georgia in Eastern Europe. I should know this stuff before I try to make a highbrow garbage joke. Uzbekistan?
Sure.
Never mind. Sorry, my line's over. But it's a style that's not quite there anymore. It's kind of been overshadowed by what is Florida wrestling now. And I guess you still have some sort of mid-Atlantic style. If I had to compare it to anybody, it'd be like that kind of Bobby Roode style, you know?
Yeah.
That methodical and just kind of
heel-based, slow storytelling in the storytelling in the ring, wild promos.
And that would very well fit with the old NWA style. It's when I think of NWA, I think of that style. So it could very well fit with that.
Well, oddly enough, like we talked about how Fusion Wrestling used to be affiliated with the NWA. I always thought NWA or Fusion like had that NWA flavor to them.
Very much so, yeah.
Very southern, very in the ring based. There's promos for sure, but and they had different characters like Zach Hilton. Like that got the play there.
That guy was great.
Yeah, but mostly
He punched me once.
it was based in Southern style wrestling, and I would think that if the NWA coming back, like that's kind of probably what they're going to be aiming for because it's different. Like there isn't much of that.
That's the underserved market right now.
Yeah,
because you're not going to go crazy as Lucha. You're not going to go Southern California and try to go up against PWG. Because if you set up in California, that's what it would be hyper character driven, and the
higher paced.
Yeah, and that's what it would have to be if it was out that way. That's the style of that area if it was based out of there and stayed there. But do we have is there even room in the Northeast?
I feel like something else just happened up in Capital Wrestling. That's what I'm thinking of, which is more DC, I think. But I think they
The
run.
fact that that's as far as Northeast as we can get is.
But I think they run New Jersey, New York as well.
Yeah,
and then there's House of Hardcore too, which is mostly Mideast. I know there's more, not Mideast, Northeast. I know there's more. Their names are escaping me right now, but lots of friends who work up there, and I can't think of the promotions right now.
Is there any area that's God, that Atlanta sounded like a front runner just because that seems like the most underserved market at the moment. Not Atlanta as a market, but Atlanta as a style.
Yeah.
Or even you go Atlanta and you kind of drift out a little towards Memphis as well.
Yeah, and again, like that southern style, that the Carolina, the the Tennessee,
Even down through Texas.
those are all kind of just similar enough
Uh-huh.
to where you would think that would be what NWA would be.
Now, would it be sacrilegious if NWA were to kind of base themselves out of Canada? Maybe go Toronto-based? Maybe go Calgary-based?
Technically speaking, no, right? It's the
National Wrestling Alliance?
oh yeah, maybe.
Let's think. F it, we're going to Juarez. Tijuana Wrestling, everybody. There's got to be
Well, because
Tijuana Wrestling.
again, like that Canada style isn't far off from that NWA style either. So
Again, I feel like that's the underserved thing. We live in a weird world where we have more lucha than we have old school wrestling.
yeah,
We have way more character driven stuff than we have old school wrestling.
yeah,
Is it a big enough market? Is there a draw for it?
they can't do strong style because I mean that's pretty well served already.
Yeah,
if you're looking for strong style.
I mean, even if you're denizen of the again words you shouldn't say, denizen of the internet, you go strong style. You gotta go with Japan. Mm-hmm. If you want the more cute chain wrestling, which I hope there's tons of this in the UK show, the old World of Sport style, the old Johnny Saint, Johnny Kidd stuff. I would see Jack Gallagher doing a lot of it.
Yeah,
That weird chain wrestling of like, oh, this is a weird thing to say when it's especially pasty white men doing it. But, oh, goddamn, that was cute. As a maneuver, not the guy. Well, as a maneuver, not the as a mustache. That's also a style, and I guess that's developed into more modern British style. There's a little touches of that. That's like, hey, we remember our history. But what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm scrolling through the Facebook machine.
Okay.
Matt said there was an announcement, and I wanted to read it. Read the announcement. It involves us and Playback Gaming Expo.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but
I gotta get this dates down. Nate's. Okay.
it's July 29th.
Mice, Justin. Mice. Plural. July 29th?
July 29th.
Oh,
is
that's
the
far
Playback
enough away
Gaming
that I
Expo.
ain't scheduling anything. I'm horribly irresponsible.
It's like a Saturday anyway. So
Yeah.
the new if you get the new gig, I can't imagine you're working weekends.
Oh, dude, if I get the new gig, I'm going to do anything and everything I want. I'm going to be an impetuous child. It's going to be great. I hope they're not listening. I did include the web address. God damn it.
All right. So I mean, again, Atlanta, Georgia seems that actually again seems like an underserved market of wrestling right
And
now.
a good place to branch out from as well.
Yeah.
If you want to move up Midwest, if you want to move East Coast, if you want to move Texas way. Yeah. I was curious to see what he's going to do with it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very curious to see what assets he has and what price he paid for it. Because I can't imagine it would be worth nearly as much as it used to be, especially considering zero tape library.
Yeah. Like
What are you getting other than the name? And if you're buying a name, you damn well better have a plan.
Yeah.
Very curious to see what he's going to do with it.
All right. We'll close this out. There's a couple notes, but just real quick, I want to go over some stuff that happened on SmackDown. Again, we are trying to branch out. I apologize if you listen to this show and you're hoping to hear, more stuff. Right now, like it's hard enough to get all the WWE stuff in. So like I'm trying. I did watch Road Wild from 1998,
What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
and it wasn't good.
Well, I mean, you knew that.
Jay Leno. Jay Leno.
Jay Leno worked the arm.
Yeah,
Justin.
he worked the arm, and Hogan sold the arm
Really?
for Jay Leno. I mean, again, I told you this on Friday. Like, it's credit where credit's due. DDP kept working the armbar. Like, he kept going back to it.
It was already vulnerable by the
Right.
time. Oh, man.
So, I mean, at least there's that. But still, watching Hulk Hogan writhing in pain, there you have it.
I'm going to save. This needs to go up there. He looks
Yeah.
scared of the arm. It's
And, like,
called Leno.
The clothesline's not good. I mean,
Can make sure to put it in
even
the right
looking back to the last pay-per-view where Karl Malone was teaming with DDP, like, not good. Like, it seems good in the annals of history because the very next main event is this one. It's Hogan and Hogan and Bischoff. I'm sorry, versus DDP and Leno. Hogan and Bischoff versus DDP and Jay Leno. Oh, main event at the pay-per-view.
Not up there yet.
Oh.
It's coming. There we go.
And so you see Hulk Hogan is in pain because Jay Leno is putting the armbar on him. Oh. You know, a lot of people like to point to the finger poke of doom as a terrible moment in wrestling.
I want you to look at DDP in the apron there.
How excited he is.
Look, Jay Leno's doing this. He's doing this. Look, guys. Guys. Jay Leno has Hulk Hogan in an armbar, guys. Guys. Nick Patrick looks weirdly like Isaac Yankem, guys. Guys, I knew Nick Patrick was a bad guy before he was a bad guy. Is that Nick Patrick? So I have to write
Yes,
name.
it's
Of course it is.
Patrick.
Why does that stick in my head from childhood? I remember being like, I hope Nick Patrick ain't doing this one. Oh, it's Nick Patrick.
Because he
seems like
he
he's-
joined the NWO.
He seems like he's going to be a bad guy someday. I'll be goddamn. I had the same feeling about Danny Davis. Then Danny Davis is a bad guy too. Okay, I'm a good judge of refs. Though, I always loved Charles Robinson. A soft spot
Even
for
though
Charles
he
Robinson.
was a bad guy too. Little
He was
Nate.
a little bad guy. He wasn't so bad. He was an adorable bad guy. Oh, look at him doing bad things. Bad guy doing fun stuff. That's acceptable. Okay, I got to
Yeah, but a good guy, Jay Leno, doing. Again,
Do
people,
celebrities always have to be good guys?
almost always.
Because the last one that wasn't was Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
It was awful and horrible, but I liked it too. Maybe it's just because he was kind of paired up with Seth.
Well, again,
I wish he would have been paired with
I
someone
just
else.
loved his. The reason I loved Jon Stewart coming in there was because he respected the business. Like,
Yes.
he knew his history. I miss Nick Patrick. Would love to see what he's up to now, and maybe see him ref again. Oh, Nick Patrick. I wonder what he is up to. I wonder if we could get him on the show. Hey, Nick Patrick, what you doing?
Can that be our interview series? We just want to talk to refs. Because honestly, honest to God, I'd love to talk to Bryce Remsburg.
Yeah,
I know you know who he is because he's great.
I almost had him lined up on the old show at one point.
For real?
Yeah, and it fell through. But
You guys,
our gecko friend actually interviewed him, and we used his footage on the show.
Oh, it's fantastic. Gecko friend.
You guys are acting like you don't want Triple H and a non-wrestler Steph versus Seth Rollins and Jimmy Fallon. Oh. I don't want Jimmy Fallon on anything ever.
God, because they're going to put him in a headlock and he's going to laugh.
He's going to look right at me.
What's happening? I don't hate Jimmy Fallon.
I do.
I know you do.
I'd wrestle Jimmy Fallon.
You look lanky. How would you attack Jimmy Fallon?
Kick him in the nuts.
Okay, gonna get DQ'd.
I don't care. I don't care. I didn't say I'd win.
You gonna use every 5 count you got?
Yeah. And I'm going to count along with.
Wins don't matter when your nuts are stomped.
Yeah.
Eat it, Fallon.
I'm going to grab every chair in the building. Whack it across his skull.
Unprotected head. What are you doing? Justin, this isn't a match anymore. We're gonna have to get it non-sanctioned.
Yeah.
Street fight.
I'm totally putting...
You're gonna go to.
know
You know what? We have this House of Horrors.
You know what? I'm not doing any of those things because then people are going to have sympathy for Jimmy Fallon.
No.
I don't want any of that.
Oh God! So you're gonna sell it like he's a bad dude? Oh, he's mean. He set my house on fire. He killed my dog.
I'm going to come out and just say like, he
And
did all
then
these
Jeff
awful
Hardy's
things,
dog.
and then still attack him.
Say mean things to him.
Oh, I'm going to say he's done mean things to me.
You're gonna play for sympathy. That's not gonna go well.
No,
You got to get the sympathy. You can't play for the sympathy,
I'm gonna
or else you end up with one more match.
finger poke a doom. Like when he goes to reach me, I'm gonna like lay on the mat. Like remember Jarrett versus Hogan? Jeff Jarrett versus Hulk
Okay.
Hogan. Well, Jeff Jarrett laid down for Hogan.
Right.
Because there was like a contract conflict. This was during the Russo years.
Oh, God.
I'm not saying it's great, but he laid down in the middle of the ring.
Like, come on,
so-
pin me.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
and
I
who
do.
comes
remember.
out looking out the worst in that? Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
So if I lay down and be like, okay, here you go, Fallon.
He doesn't want a real fight. I just got to lay here and take it.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. Hope you all enjoyed. Man, I would have loved to have whipped his ass.
Yeah. Maybe I don't come out for the better, but maybe that tool bag comes out for the worst.
Can we get Horace Hogan?
Maybe.
Horace Boulder?
Horace Boulder.
Just talk to him.
Horace
Hey, man.
Bolea.
Horace Boulder. Now, that's the character that plays Horace Boulder.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Different
Got that
people.
wrong.
We learned that during the Gawker testimony.
Well, his penis is a different person, too.
I wonder if it's got its own driver's license. Takes the golf cart around for a spin.
Why'd you have to do that with your hand?
Move out of the way, dick coming through.
Not Cheney.
Van Dyke.
All right, so SmackDown last week. Just a couple brief notes. We never got here.
Brief notes? It's the only note that ever matters.
I think I want Jinder to beat Orton.
I do too.
I love Randy Orton, but I don't see any. I don't see the point of him as champion right now.
Yeah.
Like especially with Bray out of there. I don't.
Even with Bray in there.
Yeah, I don't see a long distance story with Jinder. And although I don't think you necessarily damage Jinder by him losing,
No.
but you're not doing him any favors either, because you're doing a great job of making it seem like Jinder Mahal is about to be the next WWE champion. Why not just go ahead and pull that trigger? Let's go.
Let's see where this goes.
And my next note on that was I want Zayn and Mahal after that for the title.
Be a fantastic.
Zayn is right there already.
It's we haven't got that weird sympathy for Zayn yet. It's like something's been man. First of all, Zayn makes anybody look amazing.
Yeah.
And Mahal ain't bad.
No.
It could be a fun series.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the problem with Orton, let's get back to that. Not excited for him at all. I'm very hesitant to say he's boring. I love his style. Mm-hmm. I love how smooth and deliberate everything is. But as a champion, I like him as more of a, oh, I'm here. Hello. I hurt you now.
He's always been better in chase mode, firstly. But even this last time, he wasn't great in chase mode.
Yeah. I haven't liked him in chase. Not even chase mode. I like him more of like he's a snake in the grass, and every once in a while you step a little too close. Mm-hmm. It was the same role that forgive me, Jake Roberts used to fill too. Yeah. I'll fight anybody at any time, but I'm not wasting my time or my energy unless you get in my face. At which point, and I like Orton like that. He's kind of a loose cannon, but also a fairly benevolent loose cannon.
But that's where he should be at this point. I feel like he's a person who's far elevated past the title, mm-hmm. and having the title on him it's not doing anything for the title. Yeah. So why not put it on a new face? Try somebody new.
It would be great.
Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know.
The fact that we don't know. Going into this, we should be like, oh, we could blow off this pay-per-view. Nah, this is the most excited I've been for a while.
Yeah.
I don't like his little weird, Uranagi slam thing. Jinder's finish.
Oh, yeah.
I maybe just has only used it 3 times. It's been a while. But God, man.
You want him to use the camel clutch?
No.
He does that, too.
I know. I want that as a, I was going, it must have been like a promo package they were talking about Jinder, and they showed him with like 2 enhancement talent. But having 2 of them in the camel clutch at the same time. I was like, oh, I love that silly shit. But, I mean, there's also Rusev on the horizon.
Yeah, who has demanded a championship match at Money in the Bank.
How great is that? I'm out. I'm rehabbing the injury, but I'm still relevant, and I'm more important because I'm denying you me.
My way or the highway.
Until it's time for me to benefit me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hate the hot potato, the title being passed around. And it has been a lot this year already.
What if Jinder cheats? Just cheats and cheats and cheats.
Okay.
And put Rusev in a chase mode. Zayn would be great in a chase mode too. Again, Zayn's one of those guys that I feel like if he got the title, it wouldn't feel as good as him chasing the title.
Yeah.
Which makes me sad. Because I want to see him win at the same time.
Yeah, right?
SmackDown will find the balance.
Yeah. But those are the 3 guys I'm looking at right now. Zayn, Mahal, and Rusev.
Isn't that amazing?
That could be like the main eventers.
Meanwhile, you've Cena on the back burner.
Yeah.
AJ, Corbin. You've got an amazing roster other than that. But the fact that these guys can elevate and will be able to step back and move seamlessly between the levels of it, and with the importance of the U.S. title at the moment.
Yeah, which is ultra important.
Fantastic use of it.
Let's do that first, and we'll close with my favorite thing from SmackDown. My favorite thing of the week.
SmackDown, the week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your favorite thing.
It's my favorite thing in a long, long, long time. But so the goddamn face of America, Kevin Owens, versus Chris Jericho, the United States champion.
Obviously, no. This was
trying to
good
let you finish your thought.
No. SmackDown does an amazing job of not giving you what you expect sometimes, and then giving you perfectly what you kind of expect, and doing it well.
Yeah.
And that balance between the two is just enough to keep you off kilter to make you want to watch and keep you entertained. And this was the goodbye for Jericho, right? Mm-hmm. And that last little hurrah of letting him win at the pay-per-view. And we all went like, what is this happening? Well, he's obviously going to lose it. Nah, man. It was done very well. This gave enough hype going into this match to be a farewell. And as a result, you get a very well programmed SmackDown.
Yeah.
Making the weekly show super relevant. I love that. There's something that Raw suffers from is the pay-per-views are kind of important, I guess. I guess the weekly show's irrelevant because we already know what the main's going to be, and there's no story development going into it. These guys just don't like each other.
Hashtag WrestlePal Joe commented on the video, but it's not popping up in either of my my gimmicks here, so I can't see what he said. I'd like to read what he said. But
I'm imagining it's just kissy face emojis, which is fine. Those emojis aren't going to pop up. Kissy faces, and then he lifted a boat and threw it. Man strong.
The close of SmackDown is Kevin Owens dismantling Chris Jericho.
Fantastic.
Like just tearing him apart. And while I didn't, I felt like it was a convoluted way of getting Chris Jericho over to SmackDown. With, he's going to win the U.S. title back, and the winner's coming over to SmackDown, and it was very unclear and weird. And
everything going into that last pay-per-view was rough. Is this a title match? What are the stipulations? What's going on? Why a limo? Wouldn't an Uber be cheaper?
But you know what?
That's in Missouri.
The payoff.
It's in Missouri.
The payoff worth it.
Huh?
I mean, that was a great main event. I loved watching Owens. Just he ripped them apart, like
Exactly.
and wrote them off television.
Yeah.
So it was everything. I mean, again, it's that predictability. It was totally predictable because we know Jericho's going away, but it was unpredictable in how they got there.
You know the story. Mm-hmm. We're going to tell it well. And they did.
Yeah. And so,
Don't overthink it. Sometimes don't overthink it. Just do it well.
yeah.
That's all I ask.
Yeah.
That's very easy to please with that. You know what? That translates to more people far more effectively than being overly convoluted and full of twists and turns.
Yeah. I still haven't watched Raw. I didn't watch Raw last week, even though I had planned on it.
Apparently, Braun's hurt or something. Never know if it's real. He's going to be out just long enough to come back for, I don't know, great balls of horse shit.
So, one of the reasons I would actually maybe watch Raw.
Mm-hmm. Off TV.
So,
Going to be off TV. Roman's overcoming odds. Yeah.
Let's see, Eric. We air every Tuesday at noon right here on. You can watch on if you've liked the Radio Free Radio page. We're from noon to 2. Unless Nathan gets this job, then it might change. He's way ahead of himself.
It's a city gig, man. It's going to take like 4 months. What are you talking about?
Well, we'll have to figure out a time. This is all off-air talk, but we'll have to figure out another time that works too.
Because there will be. I'm not losing this.
Let's see. But I enjoy listening to hear your thoughts and also bounce ideas back and forth, doing some armchair booking. Yeah, it's a great time. Thanks for tuning in, man. Just give the page a like and you'll see, again, we're on every Tuesday from noon to 2. And you can go to patreon.com/Radio Free Radio, where for $1 a month, you get the entire back catalog of everything. Yeah, like literally everything Radio Free Radio does. And
back to the 1950s when we talk about that latest Sputnik Monroe match. It's
and
great.
specifically, you can get all the old episodes of the show, or you can go to YouTube as well to get the old episodes. Now, to close out our thoughts on SmackDown, I didn't take a lot of notes. I really enjoyed SmackDown as per usual, but we have to. There's certain things that stick out every week. I don't know if there's words that can express how happy this thing made me when I saw this. So a graphic shows up just randomly in the middle of the show, and it just says the Fashion Files. And I'm like,
Boom.
oh my God. And it wasn't even that one initially.
It was
like,
the old.
it was like Law and Order. Where
Law and Order.
Just the words. It's like,
Boom, boom.
oh my God. Oh my God, is this about to happen? The Fashion Files. Oh my God, Officer Breeze and Deputy Dango.
We've seen them do some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
With whatever time, whatever amount of show you're going to give them, they're going to make something of it.
Now, usually it's, them in a match. And, again, that's fine. I like them, so I like seeing them wrestle.
Right.
But I feel like before this, just seeing them in matches, seeing them do their thing, it wasn't going to amount to anything because we've had no character work.
Right.
Like all the character work they're doing is all off screen, basically. And it's things you have to know from following them on Twitter or watching WWE.com exclusives. And you're not seeing much of their backstage stuff. So seeing this makes me so happy twofold. Number one, because it was just a damn good segment. It was hilarious.
It was beautifully crafted in every way. First of all, if you get a chance, go back and freeze frame and just look at the craftsmanship on the wall behind them.
Yes.
Just random ugly picture of Vince McMahon up in the corner. And it's just linking everyone. Oh God.
That's jaywalking.
And Jamie walking. Okay, look, okay. They're playing. They start with the Officer Breeze. Is it?
Officer Breeze, Deputy Dango.
Saying how much he hates this part of the job, doing the paperwork.
Yes.
And he's typing one finger at a time. The subtlety of that alone made me say, I have to pause this and lay down. I'm going to lay down now. 20 minutes later, I got back up, and it was just as funny. And that made me happy.
Yes.
Never losing his... It's like every sentence ends with...
Yes.
Like he makes this little ducky kissy face. It's oh God. And then to have somebody like Deputy Dango to play off of.
Yes. And so
where's that case file?
they're characters.
Yes.
Like, it's no longer just
but they're serious at the same time.
Yes. Oh my God. So like it's more now than just giving out the fashion popo and it says it and they're giving out the tickets.
I wasn't looking at the butt.
Now they finally have something. There's something to do. Like this gives me hope that they actually have plans for them.
And you know what? Their motivation is something different too. It isn't just I want to win and be the tough guy.
Yeah.
It's you guys are horrible and we need to fix this.
Yes.
We deserve the adulation because look at us. That's stupid, and I welcome it with open arms. Give me the case file. They open it up, and they have the picture on the back, which was inside the folder, and they lift it up to show it. Brilliant stage presence. It's simple and stupid. And the fact that they've been using the word uggos, or Breeze has been using uggos since NXT.
Right.
And now it fits perfectly. The Usos. The uggos. Breathlessly. And ashamed that they exist.
Yeah.
And then the list of crimes. Deputy Dango goes down the list of crimes. And, or list of offenses. Officer Breeze tells you what crime they're committing. Very well done. And then, again, there was the point. Oh, it's walking around backstage like they own the place.
That's jaywalking.
And Jimmy walking. Seamless, perfect delivery. And they're serious. This is all hell about it. I stopped. I laid down for another 20 minutes. It took me an hour to get through a 2-minute little vignette promo thingy.
If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Oh.
It's hysterical. It's fun.
It's everything I want this world to be.
And again, it's something different in the tag division. Like, I love the SmackDown tag division on paper.
Right.
Because you look at the names, you see the matches they're doing.
It's going to be good.
It's good. Everything's, but
Good.
there's no reason to be invested.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been since the Wyatts. And it's nothing against Alpha.
Right.
American Alpha is a great tag team. I love them. But their chase down of the Wyatts was all of 2 weeks.
Right.
And then you had the really good story developing between American Alpha and Usos, but they pulled the trigger on that, and the Usos are tag champs like heading into Mania, like literally the Tuesday before Mania. Mm-hmm. No development. And so now the tag division's just been kind of pushed aside.
And, having to show up on SmackDown and be a dominant storyline, or being a strong storyline in a show full of strong storylines, no easy task in any sense of the word.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delightful.
No, I didn't write any notes on Talking Smack. I thought I had. But Eric brings up a point, and I love this too. AJ Styles was on. And one of the things he said was, SmackDown creates the stars and Raw takes them.
It was even more than that. He went like he was about to say it, and he's like, no, I can't say it.
Yeah.
And that's a fantastic move. It's a definite lateral movement from heel to not face, but like that
A likable
tweener
guy.
gonna fight thing.
Yeah.
And there was the same thing earlier in the night when Owens was like, "Yeah, you should just get out of that ring." He got out of that ring and just walked out mid promo.
Yeah.
Yes. Who's ever done that before?
Yeah.
Who does that? It's just like, oh shit, I got a microphone. Don't hit me. Nope, gonna get hit in the mouth. Oh, so good. But yeah, he's like, he doesn't want to say it. Then he's kind of egged on. Like, no, go ahead, say it. No, say it. Say it. You can say anything you want here. SmackDown makes them. Raw takes them.
Yep.
And it's just the connotation of that is so amazing. Like, yeah, go ahead, take whoever you think is going to be this big star. Give us who you don't think is anything. And you know what? We make amazing product with whoever you give us. We play to the talents. We play to the strengths. And we do a damn good job of it. And he's absolutely right. And he's solidifying. I made goat sound. I made a deer sound. He solidifies himself as the face of SmackDown.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Okay, so we're coming up on the end of the show here.
What?
Yeah, man. We had nothing going in.
We had Fashion Files.
We had Fashion Files.
You want to do another hour on the Fashion Files? I can do another hour on the
Please go
Fashion
watch Fashion Files. Please go watch. If you haven't,
Just look at the
go watch
board
it.
behind them. Everything in the office is there purposefully. He can't type. He's got a typewriter, and he can't type.
Just a couple notes. New Japan is coming over for the G1 special in the US of
Got some
A.
USA dates. They got the title match at Dominion before that. Kenny Omega rematch with Okada. Kenny Omega could be coming to the States as the conquering. I guess he's Canadian. So the conquering gaijin, I guess. that feels racist. God, he's Kenny Omega. God damn it, he's a name that resonates a little more with the U.S. fans. And if he's coming in and after putting on these amazing matches as the conquering hero, that could be a huge boost for them.
Yeah. Announced for TakeOver Chicago, Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne,
Yeah,
the Bruiserweight.
Pete Dunne's a mean-looking son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude.
Not even mean, but like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Now I
I feel
like
like
the guy.
he's part Regal, part Sammy Callahan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like he should be his own emoji because there's not one that sums that up quite as well as.
Again, a TakeOver note, Ember Moon injured, out for the 4-way. Aleister Black debuting on Main Event.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Just random.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
it's a lot of faith.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, cool, because there's not a whole lot of room
It
on
makes you want to
NXT
tune
anyway.
into main event too, man.
See who they put him up against. I imagine he's probably just going to wipe somebody out.
Yeah,
But
is he committed to that name Black Mass? Still calling it that?
What did I say? Was that what I said?
I think you said it.
Black Mass, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how long that stays. But
Yeah, the Catholic Church doesn't have the same sway it used to. Or they got over themselves and don't care as much, which is fine too. Like, oh, candles and stuff? Sweet.
Jarrett says he thinks it was a dark match, that it wasn't on.
No, it's called the Black Mass. Not a, sorry. But still, man, putting them in an arena, seeing how it connects.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
pretty,
mean, that
pretty
entrance.
sure it did.
Yeah, that entrance. I guess that's what they're doing with Raw, is putting all like the crazy entrances.
It's fine.
Wyatt, Balor.
God, it's
Aleister
2
Black.
o'clock, so it's hard to like jump into this, but SmackDown is becoming the singing show. SmackDown is going to be the audience show. Think of everybody you've got on that roster. Mm-hmm. Don't you want to sing all of their theme songs?
Let's see.
Nakamura,
Of course. Ooh,
Sami Zayn,
ooh,
Becky Lynch.
oh,
You're awful.
oh.
You threw me off. I didn't know you were actually going to sing for me. But it's the singing show, man. I think that's going to get. I think it's going to developing itself into a different audience too.
Yeah.
It's a different audience that goes to SmackDown and enjoys it in a different way, and it's going to be more. AJ,
Does that mean we're gonna get? Well,
sing that one.
oh, we will.
Damn it!
You will.
Damn it!
Specifically. We also have Aiden English. Spotlight, please.
Eh,
You said singing.
I forget who it was. Somebody lost their shit about that, saying there was a.
Oh, Eric, this is a great point. I've been thinking this lately too. And again, we do have to go, but always seen a lot of similarities between Trish and Alexa. And the way Bliss has been performing lately, if she stays healthy and away from drama, she has all of the tools to become greater than Trish Stratus. I 100% agree.
Absolutely.
And that's saying something because Trish was phenomenal. Trish was outstanding. But if you look if you look at Alexa's plane, it was like this.
She's got a plane?
It was like this. And then she joins Blake and Murphy, and it was like this. And then she's off on her own, and it's like this. And then since the main roster, it's literally been like this.
Straight up.
Insane. Like how fast she's progressing. And she's right where she belongs. Like, I wish she would have stayed on SmackDown. But like, as far as being somebody who's going to be looked at as the face of the division, that's right where she belongs.
Yeah, and it's she has all of the hard stuff.
Yeah.
All of the hard stuff of connecting. She's the only one I've seen that can command the crowd. The only one close. I mean, Charlotte's very, very, very good about handling them, taking them where she wants to go. Alexa makes it look effortless, and it very well may be for her. She might just be a natural at it. And then every other component of her arsenal gets better every week as well. So yeah, man, there's no holding her back, and the level of competition that she has is amazing as well. I mean, Trish Stratus had competition back in the day.
Yeah.
But, it's Trish Lita.
Mostly.
Yeah.
And, a couple names here and there.
Throw in a Victoria, throw in a Jazz, or something crazy like that.
Yeah. But, I mean, the division is in such a better place than it was when Trish was around. 2 hours gone.
Is that time already? Really?
And we didn't even take a real break.
Nah. Sorry.
No, that's
to be
fine.
fair, like after the shows last night and the walk last night, we did like 2 hours out on Matt's lawn.
Yeah.
So it's it's wrestling, man. It's exciting. There's always something you're gonna like in it. And if you don't like one product, stop it. There's plenty others to jump in on.
Thanks for hopping in, Eric. We hope to see you around, man.
Yeah. And feel free to call, comment. Justin's monitoring them over there. I'm a recluse. I pay no attention. And we love the feedback. We like to bounce off each other. If you want to jump in and give us something to bounce off of, or throw something out there, we're never going to ridicule you for it. We only ridicule each other. Mostly myself, though. I just ridicule me. That's how it happens. But we dig it. We're hashtag Wrestlepals. It's hashtag Wrestlepal Justin. You can reach him on Twitter at the Hulkster, and he will respond to you.
I will.
And he does. Always does. Quick. I'm hashtag Wrestlepal Nate. Thank you. At the Nate Project on Twitter. I probably won't respond, but that's because I'm a horrible recluse with anxiety issues, and I'll see it though, and I'll feel weird about it. So enjoy that. If you dig us, dig what we're doing, patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. $1 is gonna get us somewhere else without the mice. It's gonna get us at least an exterminator. At the very least.
Oh, look, there he is.
Because I really look. Where are they?
We too sour here. Eric, we too sour. We don't too sweet. Although I'll too sweet you too, bro. One too sweet, one too sour.
Yeah, there you go. Camera focus doesn't like us anymore. I can't do it. See, it just comes back to... Sorry, Justin. Patreon.com/radio free radio. $1, blah, 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 blah. You've heard the pitch. You want one? I'll give you one. There you go.
Too
What you
sour,
need.
bro.
Sweet. Goddamn hashtag Wrestlepals.
They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none.
I lost my keys and my little doggy's bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.